Dog man, half dog, half man, full super cop.
Yeah.
If you could be merged with any animal, what would it be?
Presley, not just because of your accent, but I'm gonna go with a kangaroo. Because we're both
Kangaroo.
Australian, and don't you think it'd be fun to have the strength to use your hind legs and your tail and get up in the air, but also to be able to see all the beautiful Australian wildlife? You'd
True.
be there in the deserts and the tropical rainforest. You would have like all of the amazing, it would be fun.
So you would do human head, kangaroo body.
Oh, completely.
Nice.
You know what I would pick, and it's just out of pure curiosity, is an elephant.
Oh, good idea.
Like I want to know how heavy an elephant head is if we put an elephant head on my body.
Irreversible surgery to get an elephant head on your body.
Yeah, I wonder what would that be with all my bones break when I try to stand
Yeah,
up.
you're not gonna stand.
But nobody ever talks about how heavy the head is.
Yeah, but I think because they have such a strong upper body to hold the head.
Filming a movie is a massive process, from the first idea to recording the lines to the movie actually being out for the world to see. How long did it take from you guys recording the lines to now when everyone can see the movie?
Well, I guess, it's funny you say that because I can't really remember for real.
I'm going with 1.5 years.
You think so? No. I'll go with you. I know you already admitted that you're not good at math. So whatever you say, I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
What's your favorite line that you recorded for the movie?
I think when I say I lost a gerbil once, I thought that was really sad. It made me
That
really,
is so sad and out of
yeah.
nowhere as
yeah,
well.
out of nowhere, she just opens her heart up to inspire him on his crusade.
Mine is, why you always looking at the side of my mouth?
Why do you always gotta lick the inside of my mouth?
Petey is the most evilest cat around.
How evil can one cat be? Pretty evil.
And he's got so many machines that he uses to try and stop Dogman. If you could have one of these like Petey style 2000 machines to have in real life, what do you think it would be?
What was the thing called that he got in?
I quite like that round thing that he gets in right at the end when he says goodbye to little Petey.
The ADHD?
Yeah, I'm going with the ADHD.
I love ADHD.
That was cool.
There's, of course, the spray, the main part, where it completely covers the whole town. But in the books, there's actually more than just the alive spray, really. There's the invisible spray and the obey spray and a whole bunch. If you could have any type of spray in real life, what would you want it to do?
That's a great question. You know something? I want to spray instead of, because I wear glasses, and so I get tired of just wiping them off with the cloths.
Oh,
so if I could
same.
just do a quick spray and it just cleans it
Yes.
off, I'm good to go.
Geez, that's a great idea.
That's
Me
a
too.
great idea.
My glasses are so blurry that people say in meetings from far away, wow, your glasses are really blurry. And then I feel more embarrassed, like it's like a hygiene thing. I'm revealing some like dirty, shameful secret. But actually, it's that every time I clean them, somehow they're dirty again. We would really, truthfully like to have a spray that created world peace and
Of course.
prevented all conflicts. That would be our ultimate dream.
As soon as an argument happens, we spray.
Yep,
it just-
and then gone, just repaired. Love is in the room. No one wants to hurt anyone. Yeah, love spray. You want a love spray.
That's
That
nice.
also helps you to see and cleans your glasses. It's a multi-purpose spray.
A multi-purpose spray.
And
Well,
for
thank you.
fresh breath.
Yeah, oh, that we need.
An everything spray.
Yeah.
Dogman in cinemas April 3.
I saw the movie yesterday, loved it, it was
Great.
awesome. You voiced Dogman, but if you could be merged with any animal, what would you want it to be?
Let's see. Bengal tiger, no. Flamingo, no. I'm gonna go with dog, because dogs have a great job.
Of course.
They love unconditionally, sleep, and get fed.
Would you go
Yeah.
dog head, human body like Dogman, or the other way around?
The other way around would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Yes. I think we can accept the dog head on a human body. I go full dog man.
Nice.
How could I say otherwise? Of
Exactly.
course I'm gonna go
It's-
full dog man.
Of course,
Yeah.
Dogman. So I've grown up reading the books, and really watching the movie, it felt like you were reading the books, and it felt like the same way that I felt when I read them years ago. So how important was it to you as you were making the movie to sort of recreate this style on screen?
It was hugely important because the way that the books look and the whole tone of the telling of the story is just so important to the enjoyment of the books.
Yeah.
You know, because the premise, as you know, because you've read them, is that, you know, these written by these two 10-year-olds, George and Harold. And so there's a simplicity to the style, there's this kind of innocence that's sort of sophisticated, there's the emotional content, and then of course Dave Pilkey, the real author, adds whatever he wants to do there, you know, to the story. But it's such a huge part of what those books feel like the spirit of them. So it wasn't just about bringing in the story. It's like we need to figure out how to bring in the style and the tone, and so that somebody who knows these books is going to go like, wow, it's like the books came to life. And that's really what it looks. You know, the character design's very simple, all this kind of stuff. But give it a level of kind of professionalism and polish, so that the brushstrokes and the pencil lines and all that kind of stuff has that handmade feel, but it's also sort of high-end, which is what we called it. High-end handmade was our design style.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've worked on so many different things. I mean, you've already worked on the Captain Underpants projects. Is it your first time like doing a voiceover for this and getting, I guess, not in front of the camera, but in that way?
No, I've done a lot of voiceover stuff, and actually I did one voice in the Captain Underpants series regularly, the guy who reads these comics. So I've done a bunch of that, and then I have performing experience, you know, in my background, and I also have directed tons and tons of actors as well. So I'm totally comfortable doing all that. When we make the movie, you do temporary voices, as we call it, scratch. And so I did a bunch, and you know, the editor does one, and in fact, Little Petey, the character of Little Petey, is our editor's son, Lucas Hopkins. And Lucas did all the temporary stuff, and then we started listening to other people, and we're like, I think we want Lucas. He got that job in the same way I ended up being Dogman.
How long did you spend in the recording studio barking and howling? That's what we got to know.
Not too much. It was okay. It was good. I mean, it also comes to a point where it's like, okay, this is the scene, and I need this noise, and I need that noise. And then there's like, let's just do a whole lot of dog noises. We'll just do a whole bunch, and then we have a little library, and you can go like, I need a whimper, I need a bark, I need a growl, I need a howl.
Could we get a bark or whimper?
What?
Or a growl? Come on.
Well, there's just and then it's just, and then if you can go really high, and the howl.
What would you say your favorite line is from any character in the movie?
Sort of a spoiler. Okay, one is, my favorite line is honestly, the world has a lot of problems, but it could never be a horrible place because you're in it. Okay? That kills me.
Started tearing up.
That was a huge deal for me. The other one would be the guy who picks up the phone and says, life's not fair.
That caught me so off guard. That was brilliant.
And by the way, that's a real phone number on that business card.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it go to Life's Not Fair?
I guess somebody's just gonna have to, I don't know what it's gonna cost you from Australia, but wait, where are you from?
Australia, yeah.
Oh, you are, okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to go rewatch the movie and scribble down the phone number as I'm watching. Now, of course, we've got Petey, the world's most evilest cat, and Petey builds a whole bunch of machines to stop you, Dogman, from saving the day, really. So if you could have one of these Petey machines in real life, what would you use?
Well, I mean, an obvious choice is one that shows up early, which we didn't necessarily identify by name, but it's the white sewer croc jet car with yellow stripes on it and number 85 on the side. That's a pretty cool vehicle, and it flies.
Nothing better than a flying car.
Yeah.
That's also a sewer alligator.
Turns out they're real.
Dogman in cinemas April 3.